Hey guys, and welcome in to Duly Projected. And this is a Democratic nomination update. And we will have these updates for, every few weeks. It's a little bit early. Today is Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And really, it's a little bit early right now, huge field. But we're going to take a look at and take a deep dive into, what's going on, the trends that might be going on. Discuss those a little bit in more detail in a future video, but for right now, let's take a look now at the landscape and where we find ourselves today. Also, I'm going to try to date each of these videos so we can have a timeline of events when people start bailing out and when people start jumping ahead of each other. So let's take a look now at what's going on in the field. Alright everybody, here is our field. Pulling up the good old New York Times now. And this is actually not a really bad site to kind of track, who all's coming and going, how big the field is, who might run, unlikely to run, not running. You can see we have one dropped out so far, Ojeda. And we'll, in a later video, we'll take a look at the war chest of everybody, and you'll see his was very small. That's probably why he decided to get out before he incurred any debt of his own. So yeah, huge field, massive field really, compared to what Donald Trump ran in 2016, which I think he had less than 20. I don't think there's this many in his field, but the trend there before the actual nominations started, the primary started, first part of January of the same year. Half of his field got out of the way before it even got it started, so kind of see that happening with this field as well. Don't see that it's going to be like 20 people starting in the January 2020. Can't really foresee that happening, but obviously right now Joe Biden's the front runner with Sanders on his tail, so it's kind of interesting. The two oldest in the field are the two that are kind of heads and tails above everybody else right now. Couple people around the 10%, Buttigieg and O'Rourke, although O'Rourke's kind of slipping right now. But Buttigieg will definitely be interesting to see if he can catapult up there and really challenge Biden and Sanders. But talk a little bit more in some future videos that I'm going to be producing, as far as we're going to talk about the contenders. We're going to really talk in detail of those. We'll talk about the pretenders, kind of put them in a list, and we'll put our wild cards out there. So somebody that might not see coming, maybe somebody that's bubbling up to the surface now, we'll talk about them in greater detail under the wild card section. So watch for those videos to come out. I hope to be dropping them soon, and I hope you all have a good evening. Take care.